Okay, today we are going to be looking at the Nocta Macro Legend. And the one thing that we're going to be focused on today is going to be recovery. This video is going to be about how to get to recovery and why you should adjust recovery using your Nocta Legend. So if you just got your Nocta Legend and you're unsure about where some of these things can be found on the menu system, then this video is for you. But just to really quickly go over what recovery is. Now, on some other machines, it might be called reactivity, but recovery is just basically how fast the machine can recover between targets. So you would have a slower recovery if you were possibly hunting for something that was actually really deep and in an area where you're not going to experience a lot of trash or a lot of iron. You would use lower recovery speed. If you are hunting in a very trashy area, maybe modern trash or maybe iron, then you're going to want to increase that recovery speed. So that's basically what recovery does. Also, too, if you're using a lower recovery speed, naturally you would have to swing slower. If you're using a higher recovery speed, then naturally you're probably swinging faster. And so recovery speed is key. And all of it is very site dependent as far as which speed you decide to choose. And you have to make that choice based on your site and what you're hunting for. And you may have to play around with some of the settings to figure out where you need to be. But again, recovery is a very valuable tool. It's a very valuable setting that definitely needs to be addressed for your particular site. So stay tuned, and we're going to look at recovery, how to get to it on the Nocta Legend. Stay tuned. Okay, so we got our Nocta Legend out. We're going to fire it up. The way we turn our machine on is we have our power button right here. We are going to press the power button in, and the machine will light up. And there we go. So we get to this screen. This is your main screen. So how are you going to get to recovery? And it's very, very easy. So what you're going to do, as always, you've got this little cogwheel down here right by the power button. So all we need to do is we need to press that cogwheel. Okay, and a menu screen will come up. So again, we would do a noise cancel at this point. Okay, so once we have noise canceled, our next step is to get to our recovery setting. So you see that the icon is blinking down here at the bottom, this first icon. That's after we have noise canceled. Now we're going to want to go to this second icon. So you're going to use your arrows in order to go either to the left or to the right, and naturally we're going to the right. Okay, and that takes us over to recovery. We are now in recovery. And I believe that is a little speedometer on there. Y'all see it flashing, but there is recovery. It is the second icon over from your noise cancel. So there's recovery. It is flashing. And so now we want to adjust. And a slower recovery, naturally, for areas that you're not dealing with a lot of trash. It's allowing the machine to not have to recover so fast. So you have to have a slower swing speed, and it is going to go super deep when you actually lower the recovery down to its lowest setting. So you can go on the Legend, you can start off at a 1, and your recovery speed will go all the way up to a 10. So again, you're going to have to decide based on your site what's the best recovery for your site. If it's real trashy, then naturally you're going to want to run a higher recovery. If it's not so trashy, then maybe you run a lower recovery. And so that's pretty much what recovery does. Hopefully that helps someone. If you just got a Legend and you want to know where these things are on the menu, now you know where they are by this video. So hopefully that helps. And when you want to back out of this, again, your cogwheel is always your back button. So if you press your cogwheel, which is right by the power button, takes you right back to the main screen, and you can go off hunting. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. and I will catch you guys real soon on the next adventure.